For most people, Valentine's Day is about love and affection. But in this alley on Chicago's north side, it's about something very different: murder. Because this is the site of the 1929 St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 4 men thought to be sent by Al Capone confronted Bugs Moran's crew, lined them up against a wall, and gunned them down in a hail of bullets that shocked the nation. Now, when most people think about mobsters, they think of bootlegging and violence, but I'm an attorney. I think about jury selection, because organized crime actually changed the way that we do jury selection in America. Here's how. Everyone has a right to a jury of their peers, but the details about how we get that jury are really important. You get a pool of potential jurors, and you get information about them. You get to know their name, their address, their employer. There are questions that they have to answer that could expose conflicts or biases. And then the parties get that information and use it to exclude potential jurors until they're left with the final jury. Here's the problem. Sometimes that information is used in bad ways. You might suspect that if you give name and address to a mobster like Al Capone, he'll use that in bad ways. So courts came up with a strategy to deal with that called an innominate jury, where they shield the name and address of a potential juror from the party so that they can't find them, so that they can't intimidate them or bribe them. Well, we have another problem where information is used in a bad way: racist jury selection. We have a long history in America of parties using information about the race of potential jurors to exclude black and brown members of the jury pool to create the whitest jury possible. That's a big problem. That's not creating the jury of peers that we need. So how do we deal with that? Well, one way is to shield sensitive information. In the case of mobsters, it was name, address, but in the case of racist jury selection, maybe it's the appearance of the potential jurors. We can use that same tool in a different context to address this problem. Racist jury selection is a serious problem, and it'll take more than one idea to address it. I gave you mine, but let's hear yours. Tell me in the comments how you think we can start to address this serious problem. Let's work together to deal with it. My name is Daniel Epstein, and I'm running for justice of the Illinois Supreme Court. Happy Valentine's Day.